Hi guys, in this video I will show you how to create an application like this using bottom tab navigation style. As you can see in the bottom of the screen we are having home screen, about screen, login screen, notification screen and settings screen. And if I click on the about screen it will redirect me to about screen, and if I click on the login screen it redirects me to login screen. I will show you how to navigate to different pages based on user actions, and I will also show you how to pass data from one screen to another screen. So if I directly go to about screen, as you can see it is showing me click on the button visible in home page to know my channel name. So if I go to home page, as you can see here I'm having a button click to know my channel name. If I click on that button it will redirect me to about page, and in the about page it will show my channel name. So if I click on this button, as you can see it is redirected me to the about page, and in that about page it is showing my channel name. And if I click on the update the name button it will update the channel name. So if I click on this, as you can see it updated my channel name. And inside the home screen, as you can see it is only showing me welcome to the home screen and a button, but I want to receive some data from the about page. So if I click on this back to home page button it will send a data from about screen to home screen. See, currently I'm not having any data from about screen, right? Now if I click on this back to home page button, see it redirects me to this home screen, and inside that home screen I have received a data like hi from about screen. So I will show you how to navigate to different screens and how to pass data from one screen to another screen in this video. So let's get started. So to navigate users to different screens based on their actions, first we need a package called React Navigation. So to get that package, simply go to Chrome and type React Navigation. After that, simply click on this link, and from here click on this Read Docs option, and from here scroll down, and from this installation section simply copy this command. Now let's go to command prompt, since I'm running my project using command prompt. So to install the package, first we need to stop the server. So to stop the server, simply click on Control C. After that, copy the command, paste the command which we have copied. Now click on enter. After that, it will install this React Navigation package in our project. So we can use React Navigation in our project after installing this package. Just wait. So it is successfully installed. Now we have to install another package called Bottom Tab Navigation. So since we are using bottom navigation styles, we need to install Bottom Tab Navigation package. So simply go to Chrome, and from here let me close this section, also this guide section. So inside this navigator sections we have 5 types of stacks. We have to stack bottom tabs, drawer, material top tabs. So in this video we are going to use bottom tabs. So click on this bottom tabs, and from here simply go to installation section, and from here simply copy this command and paste it inside our command prompt, and then click on enter. After that it will install this package. Just wait. So now these two packages are successfully installed. So to know whether they are installed or not, simply go to VS Code and go to package.json file. So inside this dependencies property, we can able to see React Navigation bottom tabs and React Navigation native. That means these two packages are successfully installed in our project. So now let me go to app.js file. So from here let me remove all this code and this function and this use state things. Also let me remove the styles. We don't need this right now. So first we're going to use a component called navigation container. So this component will be inside the package which we have installed, which is this one. Let me show you. Inside this React Navigation native. So let me import that navigation container from this React Navigation native. Let me import navigation container from React native. Let me see that package name. React Navigation native. React Navigation slash native. So the purpose of this navigation container is to track and manage states of the screens. That means in which screen currently the user is, and which screen should be displayed after user clicks on a specific links. So those type of things are managed by navigation container. So now we need to create a variable, and let me give the name as tab. And I'm going to use a function called create bottom tab navigator. This is a function and we need to import this. So let me copy the command from here. this one, import create bottom tab navigator. So by using this function, we can create different types of screen at the bottom of the screen. So now this tab is referencing this create bottom tab navigator, which will return an object with screens. Now, so here let me add a console statement of this tab variable so that you can able to understand what this create bottom tab navigator is returning. So below this, let me add a console statement, and let's add a message like data received from tab variable, and let's add tab variable. So to see what this tab variable is returning, let me go to command prompt. So here as you can see, we have received a message like data received from tab variable, and we have received an object. See, this is an object, right? And this object is coming from this create bottom tab navigator function. And inside that object, we're having navigator and screen. So this navigator is a container for all of the screens, and this screen is used to create different screens. So just wait for few minutes, you can able to understand everything. Now we need to use this to create different types of screens. So here inside this navigation container, we need to use this tab variable and then navigator dot navigator. And inside this, we need to define all the screens. So this navigator will the container will the parent for all the screens. So here inside this, you can simply use tab dot screen. So this particular 12th line will reference one screen. So here inside this tab dot screen, we can simply give name of the screen that you want. So the first screen in our app is home, right? So we can simply give a name for our screen by using name prop. Name is equals to home. So whatever name you will give inside this name prop, that will become at the top of the screen. Sorry, this tab dot screen is a self-closing tag, so we don't need this. And here, when the screen is home, we need to render home screen, right? Currently, we don't have any home screen file. So here, let me create a folder like source, and inside this, let me create another folder like components. We're going to store all our components inside this folder. And inside this components, let me create a file like home.js. So here we need to export this function in order to use this inside our app.js file. So let me use export default function and then our component name home. And here let me return this, and for now let's enter a text like this is home screen. We need to import this Vue and text component in order to use this in this home.js file. So let me import this from React Native and also import this text component from React Native. So now these two things are successfully imported. Now we can able to use this home component inside our app.js. So when the screen name is home, so to show a component, we need to use a prop called component. And for this component, we can simply use this home. So here we can simply give home. After clicking on this, home component will be imported. See here, the home component is successfully imported. So now let me show my screen. Sorry, before showing my screen, we need to run our project. Currently, we are not running our project. So let me enter npm start. So after writing this command, it will generate a QR code. You can simply scan that QR code using Expo app, so that output will become in our mobile. Just wait, it will generate a QR code. Okay, now it is successfully created. Now let me show my mobile screen. So now as you can see, our output is currently like this. So in the bottom of the screen, as you can see, we got a home and a icon which is not relevant to the home. So we are going to update this icon with home icon. So as you can see, in the tab.screen component, we have given the value as home for the name prop. That's why it is coming as home. So suppose if I give another name inside that name prop, this home will be updated. Let me show you my laptop. So here inside this name prop, if I give home screen instead of home, now the screen will be updated as home screen. Now let me show my mobile screen. See, after we have changed the value inside the name prop, the header of the screen is also updated with home screen. So whatever value you have given inside the name prop, that will be come as a header in the screen. So now let's create some more screens. So now let's create some 5 screens. So let me copy this for 4 times. And here instead of home screen, let's give it as about screen and login screen and notification screen. Let's give it as notification. Let's remove screens, guys, because it will occupy more width in the screen and it will make our screens to be look ugly. So let me remove the screen, and let me change this name of the home screen to settings. So now we need to create four components for these four screens. So inside these components, let me create about.js, and we need to export this, export default function about. So for now, let's return a text like about screen. This is about screen. Now let me import this v1 text component from React Native. Now let's create login screen, login.js. Let's export. Let me copy this about.js file inside this login.js file and just change the name here as login, and this is login screen. Now let's create notification screen, notification.js. Sorry, I have created folder. Let me delete this. It should be a file. Notif notification.js. It will it came in a root file. Let me move this inside this components folder. So inside this, let me copy this code from login screen. Let me paste this inside this notification screen, and let me change this login to notification. And let's create settings screen, settings.js. Let me paste this, and let me change the name from login to settings. So now let's import all these files inside this app.js file. So when the name is about, we are going to render our about screen, about, and when it is login, we need to import login page, and when it is notification, it should be notification screen, and when it is settings, we are going to show settings screen. So now let me show the output. So now after we have created 5 screens, as you can see currently we are getting 5 sections in the bottom of the screen: home, about. See, if I click on this about, it is automatically redirecting to about screen. So all this functionality will be managed by navigation container. See, after clicking on login, it is showing me this login screen. After notification, it is showing this notification screen, and also as you can see in the header, it is showing notification because we have given notification as a value inside the name prop, and in the settings, it is showing settings screen. So now let's add icons for this home, about, login, notification settings. So to add icons for tab icons, we can simply use a prop called options. So this options prop will provide so many properties which will serve different purposes. So before adding icons, first of all, let me tell you a property called header style. So by using this header style property, we can simply add a background color for the header of the screen. So for the home screen, I'm giving background color as black. After adding this, the home screen header background color will be changed from white to black. Let me show the screen. So after I have added black background color using header style property in options prop, as you can see the background color is changed, but we cannot able to see the home text, right? So to change the color of the text, let me show you the code. So to change the color of the text, you can simply use a prop called header tint color. So here whatever color we have given, that color will become for the header text. So since our background color for the screen is black, let me give the text color as white. So now let me show the screen. See now the text color is changed from black to white. Now you can able to see the header text. Now let me show you how to add icons. So now before adding icons, let me remove the styles. So to add icons for the tabs, you can simply use a property called tab bar icon, and this will accept a function, and inside this function we need to give the icon that we want. So now here you can simply use ion icons to show icons. So since we have used ion icons here, we need to import that from expo vector icons. So here simply use import and then ion icons from @expo by vector icons. So we don't need to install this package because this is an inbuilt package. So whenever we use ion icons from this export vector icons, all the icons which are present inside this icons we can use without installing this package. So now here this is home, right? So let's go to Chrome and search for ion icons. Ion icons. After that, simply click on this website, and from here we can search the icons that we want. So here if I type home, as you can see we got home icon. If I click on this, as you can see the name of that icon is home outline. So we need to pass this home outline inside this name prop. So here we can simply give name and then home outline, and then here inside this function we can accept two parameters which are color and size, and we can simply pass these two parameters for the ion icons by using color and size props. So color prop for applying color and size prop for applying size. So now let me show the output. So here as you can see the selected section page is successfully applied with blue color. You may think why blue color came. Let me explain you. Here instead of parentheses, let me enter curly braces. So when we use curly braces, it is an explicit return. So to console something, we need to use curly braces. So when we use parentheses, we can simply so when we use parentheses here instead of curly braces, all the code inside the parentheses will be directly executed. So now here we can console whatever we want. So if I console.log, so I'm going to log color and size. So color, color, and let me copy this and paste it here. So when we use explicit return, we need to add return statement here, otherwise it will throw error. So as you can see, after I have written return, the error got removed. So when we use curly braces, it is an explicit return. So whenever we use curly braces, we need to enter this return in order to return something. But when we use parentheses here, it is an implicit return. So whatever we write inside this parentheses, that will be automatically executed. We don't need to return that. So now let me go to, so sorry, before going to console, here we also need to add size. So let's see the output of this color and size in console. So here as you can see, we got color as hashtag 8088F. So the color code of blue is this one, and the default size is 25. So these two things are coming from React Native by default. So whenever we don't apply any color for our icons, this styles will automatically take place. That is the use of this size and color. So if you want to enter the color we want, you can simply remove this curly braces, and here you can simply type whatever color you want, like red. If you add red, then red icon color will come. So I want to use the default one, so I'm going to use this color prop. So that is the use. Now apply the same styles for all the icons but with different names. So here let me copy this and paste it inside the options prop. Let me enter options, and here let me copy this tab bar icon. So here instead of home outline, now this is about screen, right? So let me go to ion icons and type about. We're not getting any result for about, so instead of about, let me enter like information. So I'm going to copy this icon. So the name of that icon is information circle outline. So here I'm going to type information circle outline. So now let me copy this options prop again, and let's paste this inside our login screen. Here let me paste it. So here instead of information circle outline, let me get the login icon from ion icons. So here I'm going to enter login. So let me click on this, and the name of that icon is login outline. So let me enter login outline. Log in outline. We need to give the exact name whatever here it is, otherwise the icon will not come in our screen. So now let's enter icon for notification as well. So let me paste this, and instead of information circle outline, let's get a notification icon from ion icons. So here simply enter notification. Let me click on this, and the name of that icon is notifications outline. Let me remove this, and here let me enter notifications outline. Also for settings screen, and let's get settings icon from ion icons. So here let me type settings, and from this let me click on this. As you can see here, we are having a settings icon, this one as well. So this the second settings icon is for iOS, right? So I will show you how to apply different settings icon based on operating system. Suppose if our user is if our user is using iOS device, then we need to show this icon, right? And for Android, this icon. So let me click on this. I will show you how to display different icons based on operating systems in our coming videos. So the name of this icon is settings outline. So here, instead of information circle, it should be settings outline. So that's it. Now let's see the output. So as you can see, after we have added different icons for different screens, all the icons are successfully came in our output. So for home, it is showing home icon. For about, it is showing some about icon. For login, it is showing login, and for notification settings icon are coming. As you can see, it is also applying different color for the selected icons and for the selected sections, and for the unselected sections, it is showing gray color. So if you want to change the color for unselected icons, like if you want to apply a different color for the unselected sections, I will show you how to do that. Let me show you the code. So to apply different color for the unselected sections, you can simply give styles for this navigator. As you can see, that this navigator is a container for all these screens. So to apply a different color for the unselected sections, we need to give styles here. So inside this tab.navigator, we have a prop called screen options. So inside the screen options, we can use a prop called tab bar inactive tint color. So here inside this tab bar inactive tint color, whatever you have given the color, that color will come from the for the unselected sections. So here, suppose let's give violet. So now let me show you the output. So here, as you can see, after we have given violet color for the inactive colors, so all the inactive sections color was changed from gray to violet. See, for the selected page, it is showing blue color, and for the unselected pages, it is showing violet color. So if you want to add a different color rather than blue for the selected sections, you can simply use another property called tab bar active tint color. So that is how we can change colors for the tab bar icons. So that's it for this video, guys. In the next video, I will show you how to pass data from one screen to another screen. So thank you for watching, guys. Bye bye.